have a short little video for you today. I made a grid layout for a challenge during National Scrapbooking Day. And the only way I know how to make a grid layout is by making little clusters of photos and embellishments. So I got to film it, and I just want to show you my process for that. So what I've done so far is frame my photos using some freckled fawn wood veneer frames. And the little one with the hearts on the bottom is, those hearts are actually like cutouts. So I just put a strip of gold glitter paper behind them. And I've gone through my ephemera packs and picked out some pieces. These are from the Crepe Paper Cute Girl collection and the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection. And I'm just trying to get my little squares together here. And I don't like two tags next to each other, so I'm just gonna cut that one straight. But don't worry, I'm not gonna waste that little piece. That one's gonna go behind one of the other cards to make everything look more cohesive. I think it's a good way to use up your little odds and ends, little scraps, and even some of those bigger ephemera pieces that are so popular right now. Maybe not popular, but a lot of the new ephemera packs come with a lot of big pieces. So this is a good way to use up some of those. And here I'm going through this little basket of odd things that I have on my desk. And then just little, stickers, die cuts, fussy cut stuff that I've collected. And these things that I'm pulling out, like those gold doilies, they are from the DCWV tags stack. It had some really cute, like, doilies, hearts, rosettes, and so I've sometimes pulled it out to try and use them, and I only use half of it, or I changed my mind. So instead of putting them back in the little tag and the little project book, I just put it in my little bowl on my desk, and then I reach for it next time. That little heart was from there too, but all these other little things didn't make it into my grid here. And I'm cutting this doily in half because I know I want a doily behind both of my pictures, just to add some texture and some softness. And I realized that my scissors are kind of gunky and dirty with adhesive, so look at me cleaning them with my fingers. Oh my god, don't do that. That is such a bad idea. I've actually done that before, and I forgot that, there's a sharp blade in there, and I sliced my finger. It wasn't too bad though. I didn't need stitches or anything, but it was pretty painful and kind of silly. So yes, don't clean your scissors with your hands. But anyway, I cut those doilies in the center, and I scrunched them up, and I reached for my ATG to glue them, and I remembered that the ATG doesn't do so well on anything delicate like doilies because it just kind of pulls them and rips them. So I grabbed my double-sided adhesive. I use either score tape or the Tear It tape by Imagine Crafts, which are both pretty similar. I think the Tear It tape is actually made more for mixed media. I think it's like heat resistant, and you can do all kinds of cool things with it. But yeah, they're both pretty similar. I'm pretty sure this is the Tear It tape though. So I'm just scrunching up the doily and putting it behind my framed photo. I always used to shy away from making grid layouts because the thought of trying to keep everything straight was kind of intimidating. I make things crooked on purpose because I can't keep anything straight, and I know that, and I accept it, so I just don't try. And one day I was making I was making a layout and I had put my photos in a little square frame. And then I had some cute ephemera that I decided, oh, that would look cute in another frame. I think it had a bunny or something, and I put it in there. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. And then I was like, well, I'll make one more with, this other cute ephemera thing. And then I had four of them, and I said, okay, this would make like a cute grid. So that was how I did the first grid layout I ever made. And then a while after that, I was trying to make some like embellishment clusters just to have on my desk to grab like for any layout. And I really liked the way that they went together. So I went to find a picture that I could cut up small, and I think I cut it to like 2 by 3, and it fit in one of those clusters. And I decided to just put all the clusters because they were about the same size and the photo in a layout, and that was how I made my second ever grid layout. And I have made a few more here and there, but I think this might be like my fourth or fifth ever grid layout, and I've been scrapbooking since 2003. That just tells you how much I'm not into grids. And it's not because I don't like them. I love the way they look. I was just kind of intimidated by the straightness of everything, so I didn't attempt it. And to me, this is more like making bigger embellishment clusters, so it's not as intimidating for me because I think of it, I guess I think of it differently. So now I've added that Dream Big, which is a little cutout from the 6x6 Cute Girl paper pad, and that Best Friends is too. And um, let me tell you about the story behind this layout. So my daughter, who is only 2, says she wants a cat at home. We have 3 dogs, so I don't like the idea of having a cat on top of that because I don't need another thing that eats and poops at my house that I need to take care of. So I told her, when you're 10 and you can help me take care of it, you can have a cat. And she said, okay. And then she told me she wants a black and white cat, like her friend. Her friend has a couple of really sweet cats, and she loves to pet them when she goes to his house. So that's why she wants a cat at her house too. But it's not going to happen for a while. Ever since that day, whenever I ask her, what are you going to be when you grow up? She'll tell me, be 10, have meow. And if I ask her, what kind of cat do you want? She'll tell me, black, white. So she remembers, and I don't know if she's going to hold me accountable for that when she grows up, but I guess we'll have to see, huh? The photos that I'm using here are not related to anything in particular that has to do with the story. They're just photos that were printed at 4x6, but there was so much space around her, and it was just like trees and a road, and there wasn't anything I would say important that had to be kept. So I just decided to kind of focus on her and put those pictures on the little frames. So I'm gonna start doing my journaling on this tag that was purposely kept blank. Um, I rearranged a couple of the things on the clusters, like this "Oh darling." I thought that would be a nice start for my story, and on that little doll and cat on the top left, that little sticker I put on there says, "Great things take time." So I'm not quite happy with this journaling tag being so plain. So I'm going to back it up with a slightly bigger tag so that there's like a little frame all around it. And I'm going to add scraps of the 6x6 Cute Girl paper pad and a little scrap of doily. I'm also going to add some pieces of pattern paper behind my photos. And I found nice peachy pink background paper in the DCWV Samantha Rose paper pad. And I'm pretty happy with how it looks with my clusters. I sprayed the background paper with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in hot pink and some Prima Color Bloom in gold. And I did a little outline around my whole background. And stay tuned for a photo of the full layout. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye!